This is a Mark II Jag that's had its rear wheel arches flared, and they're being repaired now because they've rusted through, and these ones have been formed using steel tubing, and they've been welded into place with metal either side. So that's the profile. Should be whichever way up that would have gone. But you can see the gauge of tubing that was used. And this has been plated either side to create the profile. So that's the original bodywork here, that U shape. And that's the plating on the other side, and that's the tubing. That's been formed, but unfortunately it's rusted through. So it's been chopped out. A new piece has been formed to fit in and sit in the right place. And to join the two, there's a little filler rod in there to hold it in place. So these arches sit out about an inch or so from the bodywork. And on this car, this section's been replaced as well, where you'd have the Zeus clips, but they've been got rid of, as you can see. This car's also had an inner sill incorporated into the sills. This is off of a 420 Jag or a S-type. So that's there to give it extra strength. You can buy those are readily available. And the other thing that's been done is that this area was all shot blasted out with grit just to clean it up, especially on the inside there. So there'll be some more welding to seal that all up. And once that's done, then this side will be done as well, repaired in a similar manner. And that's the tubing that's going in there. It's a little bit thicker than before, doesn't need to be, but that's just what was to hand. An old jacking lever that's been bent into shape, and that'll sit there eventually. And the brakes on this one are off of an XJ6, that's the calipers, and the handbrakes are Mark II. They have to stay the same, but otherwise they just slot in. And the advantage is you can put in much bigger pads on the standard discs. And this particular car, it runs tramp rods here. These are modifications, and the tramp rods run to the back, and they'll hang off of these levers. That's not in the right position, but there'll be another one of those here. I'll hang down, and the tramp rod runs front to back. That helps to hold the back axle in place. And this particular Mark II has got a 12 gallon rather, auxiliary tank running off of two Le Mans caps on either side. Coming back to the wheel arches, they're flared to contain 255 by 60 by 15 tyres on 15-inch wheels, wire wheels. And the way these arches are done, they're pretty strong, so if by any chance the tide does hit them, nothing really happens to them. They're so strong.